Good morning, boys and girls. Good morning, good morning. It's Miss Lati. And today we're going to continue with our letter G activity. What you will need for today's activity is your G paper. You will need some paint. We're going to use the color pink because that's this week's color. You're also going to need your Q-tips. Remember, the letter G, capital letter G, the lowercase letter G. G is for girl. G is for good. G is for giraffe. G is for gorilla. G is for grapes. And the letter G makes the G sound. So, first, boys and girls, we're going to take our first Q-tip and we're going to just dip it in our pink paint, as you see. We're going to begin with the capital letter G. And we're going to start at the very beginning. And we're just going to dab, 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 dab. All the way around our capital letter G. If you need more paint, boys and girls, you can dip back in the paint as many times as you need to make sure that your Q-tip is nice and wet. And you're going to continue to just dab for the letter G. Dab for the letter G. Remember to try to stay inside of the circle as much as you can, boys and girls. This works on your fine motor skills, and it also works on your hand-eye coordination. We try to only use the 2 fingers here. If you need to grip the Q-tip with your entire hand to have a better control of your Q-tip, that is fine. But eventually, you will be able to just use your 2 fingers to dab as you go all the way around your letter G. G for girl, G for giraffe, G for grapes, G for good, G for George, G. 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 And lastly, G. So as you see, we've completed the capital letter G. So boys and girls, let's switch Q-tips. Let's get a fresh Q-tip. And let's dip again. And we're going to now work on our lowercase letter G. So we're going to start at the top. Let's go down first. As we dip, using our 2 fingers, trying to stay within the circle. As we're working on our fine motor skills and our hand-eye coordination, we're going to go all the way around our letter G. Now, boys and girls, if you do not have a Q-tip, you can also do this activity with a marker, a pencil, or a crayon. Just coloring in the circles around your letter, making sure that you stay inside of the circle to work on that hand-eye coordination and to work on those fine motor skills as we move around the letter G. 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 I'm going to dip one more time to make sure that my Q-tip is wet as we complete the lowercase letter G. G for girl, G for good, G for giraffe, G for grapes, G for George, G. So there you have it, boys and girls. We've completed our letter G. We have our capital letter G. We have our lowercase letter G. Thank you, boys and girls, and I'll see you again soon.